I'm going to sit over here so I can straighten my leg out.
Left side, strong side.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the LIV Golf Invitational Boston 10 a.m. press conference. We are joined today by two new LIV Golf signees, Bubba Watson and Harold Varner III, both on Team Niblix. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Mom.
So, Bubba, you are our very first non-playing captain because of a knee injury. So I think, first of all, can you let everybody know how the knee rehab is going and when you anticipate to get back on the course?
Yes, for sure. Knee is doing well. It's been 3 months now. Trying to get it to bend completely. Working through rehab. After all of this, I got rehab today.
Age is something, isn't it?
What?
Somebody say something about how old you were?
So yeah, we're working through and hopefully, my timetable would be middle of October, hitting balls. I got my wedge and my putter here today, or this week, so I'm going to go chipping around with some of my teammates. And doing the captaincy. The captaincy is a dream come true. Obviously, I'd rather be playing, but, I can't really, there's an individual tournament going on as well. I think y'all know how this works. There's an individual and a team. And so I can't really say, hey, he hit 8-iron, this putt does this, because there's a real tournament going on. So it's not like a Ryder Cup or a President's Cup. So I won't be able to give advice, but I'll be able to cheer them on. I've already had a group text going with my team and told them that I make the best peanut butter and jelly sandwiches they could ever get. I had practice in 2016 when I was vice captain of the Ryder Cup. And so I told them, I said, if y'all need a peanut butter and jelly, I'm your guy. So nobody asked for one, so I guess that's maybe they don't trust me. I don't know.
So the PB&J is going to be your secret weapon?
That's it. I'm going to eat them at least. I don't know about them, but.
Awesome. Harold, you have the Harold Varner III Foundation, which does incredible work with youth around the country. LIV has LIV to Give. We have a big CSR platform, and I understand we're going to be working together to, help your foundation. Can you talk a little bit about your foundation and how you hope to partner with LIV moving forward?
Yeah, I think it's well documented. The reason why I'm here is basically because older people basically invested their time into my life, including Bubba. So it's just things like that where have been important to me, and the foundation, we're getting older people around kids that just need direction. I think it's important. I think, yeah, you have your parents, but that's you need someone else in your life to tell you what's right and wrong, so that when your parents aren't there, you're guided in the right direction. And we started a mentorship. We have the Youth on Course in North and South Carolina. It's basically similar to the program I grew up in, which is it was $100 from June 1st until September 1st. It's probably the most incredible thing compared to what I've spent $100 on. So yeah, they basically they told us we couldn't have that program, and I started my foundation. It's been way cooler than any golf shot or golf experience I've ever had, because it's really cool when I walk around town and these kids are like, what are we doing next? And that's why I do what I do. It's just trying to serve other people. That's the most important thing in life. I think you get the most joy out of it, for sure.
Awesome. Thank you. We'll open it up to the room. Start with Mike.
That's why I'm captain. I love serving people.
Yeah. You could serve us by playing.
Mike McAllister with LIV Golf. I'm just curious, Harold, when you won in Saudi in February, and sorry, Bubba.
Don't be sorry. Tell them.
Did you guys talk then, or have any inkling that this is how it would end up, or you had any discussions? Obviously, Bubba is captain of your team. Can you kind of just take us through that process?
That would be a hard no. At the time, the biggest thing for me was getting into Augusta, and the world ranking points there gave me the opportunity to play there. It's right down the street from where I grew up. Always wanted to be there. So, no, not at all. I would never thought how this was going to go. If I could, from the moment that putt went in till right now, I bet you I could make a movie easily. It's been the coolest ride. It's just take it one day at a time, talking to people, learning. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, isn't it?
It sucked.
Oh, yeah, for
When
you.
you made that putt or chip, whatever it was.
Oh, it was a putt, baby. It went in, perfect speed. It was awesome. I hope I have another experience like that. But, yeah, it couldn't have happened to a better person. Love you.
Joy?
Harold, after you won in Saudi, you said that Bubba was and is a big influence on what you do, on your game, on your life. Has the fact that he joined motivated you to come? Did you guys speak a lot about this? Can you just tell us
Yeah,
about
I totally understand. Everyone thinks that, but the best thing about Bubba, I can tell them exactly how I feel. I think just because someone encourages you and you don't reply back and say, hey, I really don't like this or I really don't like that, I think there's a big difference in that dynamic, and with Bubba, he obviously guided me in a lot of other things before this, but I just want, selfishly, like we play golf, I wanted to look after myself. And when these questions started coming up, I would just bounce them off of Bubba, obviously some other people in, the Charlotte, Gastonia area. So, yeah, he's been in my ear, but, like, in a good way. You want someone there that cares about me. It's easy to, for me, I think anyone in this world, it's easy to say something to someone and it'd be something where you benefit something. And I think that's what it looks like, but it's been way more than that. I mean, we played together in the QBE, I would say, 4 years ago, and we hit it off. Like, I like the way how he runs his package, and some of the things I want to do, some of the things I don't want to do. So it's best to see what he's doing and what he's really invested in, and pick a couple things here and there, what I like and what I don't like. So yeah, for sure.
And I also wanted to know, has it been a little frustrating that 92-foot putt that you made to win the tournament in Saudi has never been mentioned, even though you have played so well on the telecast and everything? Inside your heart, did that hurt?
It doesn't hurt because no one can take that moment away from me. It doesn't. I don't need a lot of people to talk about it. It was the coolest thing for the closest people around me. The thing that hurts is I've always played golf just because it's golf. Never cared. I mean, literally, some of the places I've been, I couldn't find it on a map. Like, I wouldn't be able to. That's just the truth about it. I get on a plane, have awesome people that take care of us when we go to these tournaments, and I can't hold a grudge because what they don't want to do, what they don't want to say. But I can always sit back and, like, talk smack to the people I love and laugh about it, before we even came in here, I was telling Bubba, how awesome it was. So, no, not really. At first it was like, kind of like, man, I worked my tail off to have a moment like that, but you can't control what someone else doesn't want to talk about, Sometimes you want people to be quiet, so it is what it is.
Jake?
Hey, what's up, boys? Jake Adams here from Country Club Adjacent. This one's for Harold. Do you think that your time on the PGA Tour was similar to being in the sunken place?
The sunken place? Mm-hmm. The sucking place or the sunking?
Sunken place from the movie Get Out?
I haven't watched it, but yeah, sure, I guess. I don't know. I had a great time out there. It was an awesome experience.
All right, well, that's not what the sunken place is.
You can have another great question. What's your next one? Fire away. I know you got a good one.
Hi, Griff Pippen with Country Club Jason. This question's for Bubba. Congrats on all of your
right in my face.
congrats on all your success. Since you have an injury right now, do you think there's a chance maybe I could play for you? I'm like a 6 handicap, so I think I could hold up. Maybe I could be like a 4 on a good day.
Well, the last time I saw Harold play golf, he shot like 4 over, so maybe you might.
Yeah, like I'm right around there.
Yeah, so let's. You know what? Come play 9 holes today, and we'll see where we're at.
Yeah, I'm
Perfect.
in.
I'm
in.
taking my spot.
Yeah.
Want another team, get another captain.
Perfect, man. I'm excited to play with you guys. Thank you.
All right, Alex, go ahead. Over there. You're okay.
Nah, they're good. They've already put the mic up. They dropped the mic already.
Harold, refreshingly, you indicated in your post, I think it was on Twitter, that you're doing this for the money. At least it's generational money for you and your family. Is there anything the tour could have done that would have kept you?
I'm not really sure. I feel like I've just talked to everyone. Not really sure the direction the tour's going in, but the biggest thing for me was trying to take care of myself. I really believe in the PGA Tour. It gave me the platform to be here. The thing that gets me is sometimes I feel like you do all this stuff for the tour, and it's like I want to know. I want to be in the know. And right now, sometimes you're not in the know, and sometimes that sucks. But I'm not really sure what they could have done. I've been really close with Jay. I've had some unbelievable conversations with him. But for me, it was for a kid that grew up where I grew up. It was an opportunity for me to just make sure my kid never would be in that situation ever, and that means the world to me.
I know at the U.S. Open we talked about your discussion with Michael about this. Did you talk to him since then about you making the decision?
Yeah, 100%. I talk to that guy regularly, and I would like to keep that conversation between me and him.
And then Bubba, so what was your motivation, since Harold's been pretty clear on his motivation?
Yeah, my motivation is very simple. I love, like he said earlier, I love serving. I love helping people. And when they gave me the opportunity to be part of a franchise, part of a team, part of, a captain, it was a no-brainer. I've done quite well on the PGA Tour. I've been able to support my family, generational wealth, and then coming here, obviously, it's more money than we've ever played for, right? $4 million to the winner. So obviously it's about some money too, but there's other things involved in being a part of a team, being able to help people, being able to talk to Harold, young guys or other guys. I'm not going to help them in the golf swing. There's a reason why they're here. They're all good at golf. So being able to help them in life, not only golf-wise, mentally-wise, but also life-wise and where they're going, what they're heading to, what they're investing in, what they're not invested in, how we can help them grow as people. And so for me, in 2016, when I was vice captain at 7th in the world, it opened my eyes of who I really am and what I want to do. And LIV gave me the perfect opportunity to try to help people. So, yeah.
One last thing, Harold. The guys that turned early on, they were unsure of exactly what was going to happen, major-wise, world ranking-wise, PGA Tour-wise. I think it's pretty clear now that the situation is a little different.
100%.
So you jumped into this knowing that you probably, A, may likely never play in a major again. B, you may or may not get world ranking points here again. C, you'll never play on a PGA Tour event again. All those are possible. You were comfortable with all that?
At the start, I was not. But once again, I sat there and I was like, I went to college. I didn't even know what the USAM was. So, golf's never been a way for me to get my name on a trophy. It was a way for me to get out. I played golf so I could go to college. I would not have been able to go to college without playing golf. And then I turned pro because my brain wasn't smart enough to work a 9 to 5 and still make the same amount of money. And the only thing that sucks about golf sometimes is that most of the people that are in golf will never understand it. My kid will never understand it. I'm going to make sure of that. So, yeah, I'm okay with it. It is what it is. I can't hate on what situation I'm in or what situation I'm not in. I can only do what's best for me at the time from experience I've had as a kid. And I'm actually super proud that I made a decision based off of what I believe in. I think it's very easy to get in a situation where you do what everyone else says you should do, and yeah, I think, I don't know, I just sat there. I think it's pretty bad when my wife is like, fuck everybody. Do what you want to do. And I was like, that is so cool. My wife is the most nicest person. She's super oh, I don't know about this. I don't know. And for her to say that meant the world to me. So it was on me. And that's what men do. They provide, protect, and try to do more like any other job. I don't know. Sometimes it baffles me. I know these places have been around for ever, but they've never been the reason why I played golf, to be honest.
Hey guys, Ben Volen from the Boston Globe here. 2 quick ones. First of all, if you could both please answer this, just based off the last question, what's your concern level about being able to play in the majors moving forward?
I think you're on a roll, man. Go ahead.
Obviously, it's not.
Do we beep out that word that he said earlier, or how does LIV do that? Do they beep that out?
I don't know.
Can't put the toothpaste back in the tube on that one.
Yeah. So for me, that weighed a lot. This is my first year playing in every major, so yeah, it was cool. But I think it's way cooler making sure my kid doesn't have to worry about anything. That's about it. And the PGA Tour is great. Like, I think it'd be sick if they let me play here and just get a sponsor's invite to Wells Fargo. That'd be awesome. I love playing at home because I live vicariously through the people that help me. And those people are super proud of me. So it's just a weird dynamic. It's not my calling. But my job's to play golf here.
Sure. Bubba.
Yeah, for me, it's a weird situation, being a Masters champion. I set my kids down, and I told them that their favorite tournament in the world is obviously Travelers Championship, so can't play there. But now Augusta, right now we can play in it, and I'm hoping, I'm praying that they make the right decisions and past champions and people we can all start playing. And so I told my kids that there is a chance, there is a possibility that we can't go to Augusta. And I told them if they tell me that I can't go being a past champion, then I don't want to be there anyway. So, because that's just a wrong way to look at it. It's the game of golf. We're all trying to be the best players. Going back now, I'm just going to add to it the world ranking. I mean, the best players in the world, the number 2 player in the world is now here. And so if you're going to try to see the best players in the world, then you should have world ranking points, because these are the best players in the world here, just like everywhere else across the world. So they got to have world ranking points to. If you're going to say you're competing against the best, you got to have a world ranking system.
I was also wondering for your guys' reaction. The PGA Tour, Tiger, Rory, they announced a lot of changes coming to the tour, and they seem to be similar to the ones that you guys are doing here on LIV. Just what's your reaction to what they're proposing for the PGA Tour?
Man, great question, because Tiger's been unbelievable to me. I think it's great for everybody, to be honest with you. I think everyone's going to be better off now than they were 2 years ago. And that's the way I've always looked at it. I've always said, what's the best for the whole membership? What's the best for all of golf? And it's a positive. I mean, somebody's about to get paid, that's for sure. I'm serious.
So yeah, it does look a lot alike. You know, everybody's protecting their own dollar. There's people that are tied in with the PGA Tour. And I'll be dead honest, if they want me to come sit in an air-conditioner room and play virtual golf, I'm in. You know, throw me in there too. I think it's great. You know, again, I don't think that what anybody's proposing, I don't think what LIV has proposed is bad for the game of golf. My son is 10 years old. He's never watched golf. And then he started watching. He knew the aces. Every time that DJ birdied, he was like, look, aces are winning again. So, I mean, my 10-year-old son started watching golf. I mean, we're trying to get the average age down to, like, you know, below 40 that watches golf. And that's what I think LIV is doing. And I think exactly what Tiger and Rory are trying to do. Yeah, it looks a lot alike, but, you know, there's virtual golf. I have a virtual golf at my house, so maybe they'll let me, maybe I'll show them that I can play virtual golf. Maybe they'll let me play with them.
Average age under 40.
Yeah, but, well, average age right now on the Golf Channel
I'm
is like,
with
what,
you, man.
65?
I'm just joking. You're old. And while I'm
I
young, I'm
know.
going to make fun of you.
But I don't watch golf, so the average age is like 65 on Golf Channel, so we got to get it down. And I think
Look.
LIV's doing that because my 10-year-old.
They ain't going to get it down because golf is freaking so expensive. It's why I do what I do. Like, people can't afford to go play golf.
Well, then get your foundation to
Don't
do
worry
more.
about it. I'm going to do my job. That's the most. We're working on it.
You need some money? I got some.
All right. Perfect.
I know you'll hit me up.
Correct.
By the way, this man cost me 3 hours yesterday.
I knew you were going to bring this up.
Yeah,
I just
I'm
hoping
gonna
it
bring
wasn't
it
going
up.
to be right here.
I'm
I'm appreciative that you took your 3 hours to come pick me up.
I said, man, I'll come and pick you up, man, in Charlotte. I have to pass somewhat close by there. Storm comes over. I'm scared to death of flying, by the way. Storm comes over. Lightning's popping all around, and we land, and now we had to wait in the airport. 3 hours. I was supposed to land at 8:26, and I landed at 11:05.
I love you. Thank you. I appreciate
You're
you.
welcome.
I said I thank you 100 times while you were like, oh, my gosh.
I hate
And there's
flying.
tra-
I'm
and there's
scared, I'm
traffic.
scared to death.
I
by the
mean,
way.
geez, it's a plane, man. It's meant to fly through it. Just get in it. You ain't going to control if that thing hits the ground. Let's
He's
go.
not flying with me anymore.
Well, maybe Sunday.
Sunday.
Back there.
Any more? Sorry.
Yep. Mike Sullivan, WBZ News. How would you guys respond to criticism from other players or fans for making the switch or for the funding behind LIV?
So the first part is quite simple, right? The first part is, you know, when people say, "We'll miss you," it's like Harold said, like I didn't die. Like we can still be friends, you know, like if some guy goes to a different company, right? I have a car dealership that sells Chevys. If they leave and go to Dodge, I'm not I mean, they're going to better their family or think that's better for them. I'm not upset with them. I texted Rory yesterday, say congratulations, great playing. And it was surprising. He actually texted me back. And he asked me how my knee was doing. So it was very cordial. I mean, I love the guy. I mean, he's done a lot for the game of golf, and I'm not mad at him. Hopefully he's not mad at me for leaving. And then what was the second part? Sorry, I got all of it.
Or from fans for funding behind it?
Well, you know, that's a tough question because there's other investors, you know, and if you look at the stock market, you look at the PGA Tour that just announced the game with Tiger on the cover. The money's everywhere across the stock market, so we're all invested in the same products, the same thing. So I don't see where the funding's coming from. It's not a, you know, we're all doing it, so it's not like it's.
I think that was pretty good, but I'll answer the fans part. Yeah, it sucks. I just, man, I didn't realize how much people are so into, like, just because you're on the PGA Tour. And I thought that was very, you didn't pull for me because I was good at golf. You pulled for me because it was ideal for you. And, you know, I like to be liked. I can't sit up here and say I don't, but I like to help people. So yesterday sucked. Who likes to sit there and I purposely read them all. Like everyone says, don't get on social media. That's stupid. I'm not ashamed of being Harold. I'm ashamed that we don't spread love. We don't spread, hey man, I get it. It's not what I would want you to do. I might be disappointed, but I love you for you. Go do your thing. And I thought there'd be more of that. So sometimes I just laugh. And then some of them I kept receipts. Yeah. I want to know.
All right, got time for a couple more. I know Evan's been dying to ask a question.
Cut on the AC. I'm sweating.
Hi, Claire Rogers, golf.com. Harold, you just kind of talked about it a little bit, but the last 24 hours, what has it been like for you?
It sucked. Who likes to be hated? Like, it's terrible. I hate being hated. I'd rather not even be known than be hated. So yeah, it was terrible. I just hate to be hated because you're doing what's best for you. And whenever someone else is doing something that's best for them, I'm like, how can I help? How can I help you make a better decision? Why are you making this decision? That should be more of the language instead of like, well, you didn't do what I want you to do, so I hate you. I mean, I'm done. I'm following. Like, all right, man, you just whatever. Can't win that. So just people are just not right. I mean, I'm sitting next to one of them, but he's cooler than the ones I read.
That is true. I wrote a book about it. I got issues.
Evan,
Back here? We got somebody back here?
Evan.
Oh, sorry.
Does that change the way that you think about professional golf? 100%. I've always been a team guy. It's never been about me. And that's what makes it so cool. Like, yeah, why should it be about me, man? Like, I played team sports growing up. Like, when we were kids, like, if you worked, everyone chipped in, made things work. Like, never been about you. So, yeah, I try to tell Bubba that, but he doesn't get it. But now he's not playing, so I don't know what to tell him.
It's not all about me? Dang.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just the aspect that you can help someone else by just grinding it out. I mean, I know when you're playing for yourself, you know, you want to grind it out, but some people don't. Like, if they tell you they were, like, I learned from grinding out. There's a moment in every person's career out on that tour where you're like, get me home. I don't care what hole you're on, get me home. I got no chance of playing on Saturday. That's life. But, like, when it's a team aspect, you're going to have to. Like, well, I'm for sure going to hope you do, but if I just find out you're not, I'm definitely going to comment and be like, man, what you doing? Yeah, so I think that's a cool.
Yeah, so if you think about it, if you think about high school golf, your team, college golf, your team, the only one that didn't have that is professional golf. And so now that brought it to the table, LIV Golf brought it to the table, it's a team atmosphere. And if you play bad, if you have a terrible round, you know, shoot in the 80s or shoot 75, whatever it is, next day you come back. You come back and you shoot 67, that might help you get on the podium or win as a team. And so, yeah, it's a coolest atmosphere I've ever been associated with. I'm looking forward to playing one day, but right now I'm looking forward to it. I want them to get on the podium, and I want to lift the trophy. They can
Yeah,
have
I'm looking forward
they
to
can have
Bubba playing
They can
too.
have all the money. I already told them I'm taking the trophy home. They win it.
You're going to have the trophy.
Okay, we have time for one more.
There was somebody in the very back. Sorry, you can't see him. All the cameras are in his way.
All right, Steve Hamlin, NBC Sports Boston. Bob, you talked about the competition aspect
Sorry,
of
man.
it.
He's been raising his hand for a while. He's tired. He's like,
You talked about the competition aspect, and obviously you guys have some of the top players in the world here on LIV now. PGA Tour still has plenty of their guys. Would you ever envision a scenario where you'd like to see more opportunities for, maybe the tours come to some sort of compromise, detente down the road where you can actually get everybody and get all the best players in the world together? Because right now you kind of have this sort of fractured golf world.
yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what the whole thing is to working this all out. I mean, there's tours all around the world, and somehow, it's okay for all these tours to operate, but when you come operate in the U.S., it makes it a little different. Gosh, I can think about Japan back in the day. All the greats from the game before I started playing would go to Japan and play because Japan had this amazing tour everybody wanted to be a part of. Same thing with Australia. I mean, those 3 Australian events were amazing events to go to. I went there in 2005, right before I became a rookie in 2006. And those were big, major events. And then with the FedEx going all year round, it's taken away from those other tours, those other big events. It's the perfect timing to go to Australia during the fall series of the PGA Tour. But with the new fall series, you can't do that. And so it's hurt those tours over there. So, yeah, I would love that there was a way to figure out a way to all of us work together or at least play LIV against PGA Tour. That'd be another good
I was waiting for
President's
that.
Cup.
I think it'd be cool. I just want to compete. I want to win. And if the best players are there, that's where I want to be.
Just Julian Bember from the Boston Globe. Thanks. Just 2 quick for Harold. One was you touched on this half joking kind of earlier that golf was like an expensive game, right? And then they asked you like, oh man, this is like a money decision you made to come to LIV, but it's like you have this perspective where it's like, duh, like money matters. You know what I mean? It's not an easy game to play, get into, especially at a young age. How does that perspective of maybe not having as much as some other people who can get in the game kind of factor into your calculus when you started making that decision? And,
it factors a lot like that. Yeah, I just understand how hard it is, and I'm going to make it easier for a lot of other people. That's it. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. Like, I love this game, and, just because you can play it well doesn't mean you can, just use it for whatever's important for you. I think you can learn so much from the game, whether you make it on any tour or you just get to, think about all the jobs where people are like, oh, I'm playing this tournament, playing here, I'm playing there. Just think about all the avenues where golf can take you, who you can meet. That's where it's at. So I'm going to change that in my community for sure.
I got some on that too. It's the professional golf grows the game a little bit, right? It's the volunteers, it's the club pros, it's the people with foundations that put into the community, their community where they live at. And that's how you're going to see guys, women, men play golf from different backgrounds. And when I grew up, the only reason I played is because these tournaments were free. My parents couldn't afford it either. I had clubs given to me at 6 years old, and I kept working, kept grinding in my yard. My parents got me in tournaments because it was free. So without foundations or people or sponsors, but that's where you're going to grow the game. The local community grows the game the most. And when you're put time and effort into that from the volunteers, from the organizations, from sponsors, that's where you're going to see the growth of the game come. And that's obviously what he's doing. Knowing him over the last 5 or 6 years, seeing where his passion is, that's what he's definitely about.
Last one over here.
No, not at all. I can play it whatever I want to play in. Obviously, there's other organizations that say I can't play. But yeah, I mean, how would I not want to play in Travelers and be a part of that? My family, it's near and dear to my heart. My dad, that was the only tournament my dad watched me win. Passed away 3 months later in 2010. Gosh, the Hole in Wall Gang Camp. I've been there. They sang songs to me in the lunchroom, So yeah, how would you not want to keep representing that community up there and what they're doing off the course? Travelers has done so much off the course and then on the course as well. But yeah, I mean, LIV is not holding me back from playing any tournament. You know, it's other organizations that say stuff.
What's your status with PGA Tour? You resigned or you?
I resigned because we looked at it. We looked at the resign because I would help other people. There's roughly four guys that helped out getting to the Korn Ferry Tour or Korn Ferry Tour finals, I think. One guy got a full status on the PGA Tour because I resigned. You know, there's a lot of guys that got into FedEx because people resigned or got off the tour or got suspended. So yeah, we did help out that way. Obviously, I want to play the PGA Tour. How would I not want to play the PGA Tour as well as LIV because of the team aspect? But yeah, I resigned because you know I got to babysit four guys this week, and I got to try to make some sandwiches. But also, when you talk about now let's go into the franchises. I mean, the captaincy. There's licensees, branding. There's charity dollars. There's the charity side. There's the business side. I mean, there's so much stuff going into it that my brain capacity. I needed to resign from the tour so I could spend so much time on growing the game, growing LIV, growing the team aspect that I think we're all missing in professional golf. Like I said, high school has team. College has team, and then professional golf didn't have team, so now it does. And so I think it's going to be a great thing for going forward.
Real quick, Joy, I got to get these guys out of here.
Yeah, we got to go practice.
Okay. One question to both of you, actually, and especially Harold, because you are the winner of the inaugural event of the Asian Tour. Just wanted to know your thoughts on how you particularly felt about the whole week over there in Saudi, and you both, any plans of playing maybe tournaments in Asia, because, you know, I mean, you guys can play over there, and the international series events.
I know for sure I'll be back to defend. That is for sure. Yeah, I don't really know. I haven't really thought much about it, but I know I'll be back. I don't know when the tournament is, but I'll be there. I don't know.
I circled that on my calendar.
I'm going to beat Bubba again for sure.
That's where I'm coming back.
Any other tournaments in Asia, Harold?
He doesn't know where he's even going today, man. I'm going to be dead honest.
That is true, though. I don't.
He really doesn't.
I just know I'm sweating so badly. Like, I don't know if they have AC up here in Boston, but man.
But yeah, no, he doesn't know the schedules. But yeah, we're all gonna think about playing places, because if you play in Asia, you get world ranking points, which is sad that you have to go and do other things to get world ranking points so you can get in majors. Like I said before, like the world ranking, these are the best players in the world. Number 2 in the world, who's going to fall off the map so that's not the best players in the world if you're going to count these players out.
But is he really going to fall off the map? He just won a major.
He will at some point. He will at some point, and that's sad because obviously we know how
I
good
win a
he is.
major, I'd just be like, all right, enjoy it.
Well, you're not going to play any majors. They keep dropping you.
I know. Well, I know, but it'll be all right. We'll live. A lot of kids' lives will change.
You said live.
A lot of kids' lives will change. I guarantee
I'm
that.
with you, man. I'm with you.
Bubba, Harold, thank you guys so much.
Awesome.
Welcome
Thank
to
you.
LIV. If you guys
Thank
just
y'all.
stay up for photos real quick. Harold, wait, come on.
Man, you got to take a photo,
Harold.
man. Dang.
Guys, we have another press conference in 20 minutes. We've got Joaquin Neiman, Cameron Tringali, and Anna Brown Lahiri. So we'll be back.
Hey, man. Nice to see you, man. Good to see you.